Hello and welcome to NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. Protests in Bihar over alleged irregularities in the BPSC exam continue, fueled by claims of question paper being leaked and late distribution. The BPSC aspirants protested in Patna's Gandhi Maidan, demanding a re-examination to be held for the 70th BPSC prelims examination. Bihar Public Service Commission on Saturday ruled out a statewide retest for the combined 70th competitive preliminary examination, citing a lack of evidence or grounds for such a decision. Remember, there have been continuous protests as far as the students are concerned, and which has been met by, look at these visuals, the police not just using the water cannons, but brutally thrashing the candidates there as well. This has now also taken a huge political turn, with the opposition, in fact, coming in full support of the protesting students and accusing the government of being indifferent as far as the students are concerned. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. These students have been protesting, and to disperse the protest, the Patna police today used not only just the water cannons in this school, but also, in fact, these protesters and the students were lathi charged by the police. So this is the Bihar Public Service Commission examination prelims, which the students allege the question paper was given late to them, and also there are allegations of the paper being leaked, and because of that now there are massive protests which have broken out, and the police is resorting to force to try and disperse the students. My colleague Prabhakar now joins me with more details on this story. Prabhakar, these visuals are telling the story themselves. The students protesting, the police had to use water cannon and also bait and charge these students.
Yeah, exactly, and this deadlock was continuing since morning. Since 12 p.m. the students had gathered there at Gandhi Maidan, which is over there. You can see the police and the water cannon trucks here. So police was trying to defuse the situation. The students had breached one of the barricades. This was a second barricade at JP roundabout. The students were being talked to by the officials here, the CD officials out here. They tried to defuse the situation, but the students were not. They were not moving an inch away from this place, and they were actually insisting that they would leave the chief minister. Nobody less than the chief minister. The chief minister, remember, is parked in Delhi. He's not in Patna. The chief secretary had agreed to talk to them. He had asked for a 5-member delegation of protesting students, and he had to talk to them, but the students refused to talk to the chief secretary. And finally, the administration actually used the water cannon guns and lathi charge to disperse the crowd. Over 10,000 students were gathered out here, but now you can see it's a wet road. Actually, the entire traffic had gone haywire of this entire region. This is one of the busy roads of Patna. This is Patna's Gandhi Maidan. The police had to finally use force. Few of the students have also been taken under custody. We don't know the exact number of students who have been arrested or detained by the police, but they have been taken under custody that we ourselves saw. So the crowd is dispersed now. The use of water cannon was effective, and they have dispersed now, and the police is now trying to bring the situation back to normal.
So, you said that they were demanding the students, and we can see behind you, though the students have dispersed, but the scenes there, the streets completely wet. But apart from meeting the chief minister, on what basis are the students alleging that there has been a paper leak?
See, there's no evidence of paper leaks so far, and even the students actually who are leading this entire agitation, they're not talking about the paper leak. What they are saying that they want a re-examination of this entire examination, the prelims exams of Bihar Public Service Commission exam. The reason being that one of the center was disturbed during the examination, and that particular center had 12,000 aspirants, 12,000 examiners who were there in that particular center. So there will be a re-examination for that particular center. That has already been announced by BPSC. Now these students are saying, they are arguing that if one particular center is going for a re-examination and there are 12,000 students there, so they have an edge over other students because they know the pattern of the question paper which would come. So that would give them an edge, and that would actually put all others into a very disadvantageous situation. That's the reason why they are. This is the argument they are putting. So they want a complete re-examination, which has been ruled out by the government, by the BPSC, and now today the Chief Secretary was to meet them and talk to them, but somehow it did not happen because they were not able to actually form a delegation, 5-member delegation, which Chief Secretary asked for, and finally this use of force, water cannon, and caning happened, and the students' crowd you can see behind me is there. They have completely dispersed. There's all cops over the place. You can see the police force, large number. The police is there. The large number of deputation. There's a huge police deputation out here. The senior officials of the Patna police, they're all here, right from to senior SP to the city SP and all the officials out here. So they have been talking to students. They were trying to diffuse the situation. We can see a few of the injured person actually being taken into the ambulance. We don't know whether he seems to be an officer. He seems to be an officer who has gotten injured in the process. We just try to get a visual of this. So so he's a protester. He's one of those protesting students actually who seems to have sustained. No, he's a teacher. He's rather a teacher actually who was one of the coaching teachers who was leading that protest. So he has been now detained by the police. He was the man who was in the forefront since beginning. We saw him actually giving speeches. So he has been now detained by the police. Police is telling that he has sustained some injuries. Whether we don't know whether he's actually injured or not, but he's certainly being detained by the Patna police, and they are taking him off from here.
All right, thank you, Prabhakar, for joining us with all those details. These visuals coming in from Patna, where just a short while back there were protests which were taking place, and now the streets have been cleared. Some people have also been detained, including coaching institute teachers. Moving on now and shifting focus, in fact, at this